Let's do it. Let's talk some shit.
All right, we're live now, so let the shit talking commence.
The shit talking is about to commence. If you guys are offended by foul language, previously or currently fat people, then this is not the stream for you.
It's funny, I actually started the live stream exactly 30 seconds before the timer ran out. So I'm curious if
Ooh,
it's going to pop up before the. It did. It popped up with 15 seconds left.
look
Bam!
at that. We are
That
officially early.
that is the most on time we have ever been.
I literally have an on-time boner right now.
Not
Just
like
raging.
Greyhound, not like Greyhound on time, but like real on time.
Legit on time. I gotcha.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and roll the intro. Take it away. No, you're not gonna take it away.
Oh, there we go. Sorry. Oh, are you rolling our intro right now?
I was yeah, it's going right now. Of course, intro.
Oh, this is the intro. Then Tech Talk 109. Samsung gonna blow up. Fuck out. We're all gonna die.
Yay, yay, fake enthusiasm.
I am a little tired today. I mean, I am recovering from yet another respiratory infection, but at least this time I
No,
think
it's not a respiratory infection. It's a freaking spore infection.
No, I went and did the research. The mold, what the mold does is it kills your immune system. So you just literally get respiratory infections from everything, like a
So
little
it's
bit of bacteria.
respiratory AIDS.
Pretty much, it is. It actually is. I guess you could say that mold is kind of like a curable HIV.
Wow,
It is.
that's morbid.
What'd you call me? No, just kidding.
Morbid.
Oh, and if you guys are wondering why it's dark, it's because I turned out all the lights in my room because I'm just kind of like chillaxing right now.
And on the flip side, my room's a little overexposed, which is kind of normally I'm the one in the dark.
Hey, it keeps us nice and separated.
It's backwards
Keep us
day.
separated.
Backwards day. Guess what I'm doing on Saturday?
Touching your car?
Nizzy's
What?
getting a new tune.
Yeah. See, I didn't even have to like. I just go. You know what? Insert car here. That's what Jay's doing. Because that's
Jay's
like.
going in front of them and said Nizzy. Exactly.
You-
How did you know?
I'm finally working on my simulator
Come
though,
on,
so
man.
eventually we will be able to finally play some iRacing. I'm actually pretty stoked about that.
One video, 3 years in the making.
3 years in the making. Although
In the
now I
time.
found out I need
In
to
the
find
time
some.
when a man built a simulator.
Built a
3
simulator.
years later, dun dun dun.
3 years to machine aluminum into brackets. Dun dun dun. And one fatality.
What do you,
That's still
what do you
really
machine
sad.
it with? A chisel?
Dude, no, no. I know you can't watch the whole video because of attention span issues, but and it's 20 minutes long. I know that's short for me, but no, the machine was a 3 horsepower CNC. Like it made my little X-Carve look like a Doodle-matic. I mean,
Doodle.
yeah, it was liquid cooled. He actually had to have like antifreeze going through a freezer to cool the spindle because, I mean, 3 horsepower is quite a bit for just like an electric motor that's plugged into 220 in your house.
I realize my lips look like a heart when I do that.
They kind of do a little bit.
You haven't seen it yet, have you?
No, I just did.
But I had just now. Okay, never.
But
Anyway, whatever.
maybe just when you talk normally. I don't know. All right, so why don't we just get right into the meat and potatoes here and talk about your frickin' explosive laundry situation?
I'm not mad about the idea that that our washing machine is a ticking time bomb.
You
I'm more
are-
mad. I'm more mad at the fact that Samsung is dragging their feet on the recall because apparently this goes back a while. Like this goes back to units that were built in 2013, and we just bought ours in February. And I know I should have that damn LG. Anyway, so okay, let me pull up the picture here. I meant to queue this up and have it ready, but I failed.
Yeah, I saw the picture that you posted. I think it was on Facebook, and I was looking at it and I was like,
was on
what?
Twitter,
Like,
but
is
yeah.
that...
Yeah.
Because it legitimately looks like somebody deconstructed the entire machine, but you're saying that it literally blows apart like that.
Okay, so this is the deal. Samsung, when they constructed this, apparently cheaped out on the type of metal that's like pot metal used to keep the drum mounted down to the bracket. And you know that
Okay.
drum has a lot of sway in it because it has to be able to absorb the vibrations of spinning, right? It has to be able
Right,
to
that's like shake like hell. Yeah, it's a front load, right?
No, it's a top load. This
Oh,
one's
it's
a
a
top
top
load.
load.
A front
Okay.
load wouldn't have this problem as bad. But
Okay.
anyway, so it's a top load and it's self-balancing. And what happens is apparently the bracket like shears away over time if the unit is constantly fully loaded. Now I'm not going to say overload. You overload the thing, you kind of got whatever's coming your way. But the instructions on this washing machine specifically say like don't do loads that are too small, like fill the machine, right? So what happens is this thing goes into like this massive, insanely fast spin cycle, and then the bracket shears off, and that thing's like it's got to expend that energy somewhere. So it starts like spinning around inside of that casing for the washing machine and eventually forces its way out. It breaks the sides apart, it shatters the glass top, and then starts plucking around the room. Tons of people have reported to have filed class action lawsuit, complaints with Better Business Bureau, complaints
I'm
to
sorry, I
Samsung.
have this mental picture of just this giant spinning centrifugal force like
Have
flying around the
Have
laundry
you
room.
ever seen that dyno video of that red Mustang that was on the dyno and the dyno exploded and that drum like was just spinning around,
Yes.
flopping? Yeah, it's like that. All that spent energy or all that stored energy in that spinning drum full of wet laundry has to go somewhere. So it literally just starts freaking dancing around the room. There's videos on YouTube of the aftermath of these things, and it literally looks like a bomb went off. Holes
You do
in the
not
walls.
want to be in the room with a giant laundry-filled tumbler like smashing into you.
So the other day,
Has anybody been hurt? Are there any confirmed cases where people have been hurt by this, or is it just like the potential for hurting them?
We've been trying to get information on this, and of course we bought ours at Best Buy, and Best Buy's like, no, there's no recall. We don't know anything about it. And Samsung's like, yeah, there's a few models that are affected, and we looked at ours, and it's like the major one. And I'm not even kidding. And so it got to the point to where Jennifer comes to me and says, hey, what model number is our washing machine? And I tell her, and she's like, oh, crap. Because a friend had sent her an article that ABC 7 here in LA did a story about it. And they tagged her and were like, isn't this your washing machine? And then she shows me, and I'm like, oh, shit. So I start doing research. And these things are literally blowing up like landmines all over the place.
See, I just don't picture a washer machine as a threatening appliance. But when you're talking about a giant electric motor transmission and 220, I mean...
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. And so anyway, the other night, just like maybe 2 days before, we were sent this article about the exploding Samsung washing machines, right? We were sitting there watching TV, and you haven't seen the layout of this house yet, but the washroom and the entrance to the garage is around the kitchen, like around the corner from the kitchen, right? And we're sitting there watching TV, and then in the laundry room we hear this kabam, 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 bam, bam. And I'm like, what the hell is that?
You're like, it's happening! It's happening!
No, this was before we knew about this so-called recall that's in the works.
Oh shit! Okay, so it wasn't broken. It was just got itself out of balance or something.
Right. Well, it was loud though. We were just hearing boom, 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 and I'm going. I stopped the TV and I told the wife, I was like, you need to go balance that load. Then it dawned on me, I'm like, wait a minute. Then it dawned on me, I'm like, this is supposed to be a self-balancing washing machine, but she had put the baby's boppy in there. The boppy's like that horseshoe-shaped pillow, and it's really thick.
Dude, I stuck a pillow in the washer machine once, and the thing almost fell over.
But what I mean is, she wasn't thinking in the sense that was the only thing in the washing machine, so it got way out of balance. But then the noise stopped before she could get over to it, and she was like, oh, okay, I think it's fine. But then I got to thinking after I read this article, I was like, man, that makes me wonder if mine is like a hop, skip, and a jump away from exploding, you know? So anyway, if you guys can just look on Google. I didn't get any images ready before this. Little Jay had Taekwondo like 5 minutes before I got on the call with you, Jerry.
Ninja Jay.
We got home. So anyway, if you guys just look up Samsung exploding washing machines, you'll just find no lack of pictures.
Yeah, Jay posted the picture. It literally looks like the thing fell over and like somebody took the jaws of life and tore the whole thing apart, and the drum is like completely outside of the washer.
There's been walls that were destroyed. The dryer gets destroyed because it's right next to it, and it's just imagine a thing that probably weighs 100 pounds spinning around at like 15,000 RPM or whatever it is, just suddenly being like, I'm free!
I just have a mental picture of you being like on the opposite side of the laundry room wall, and you're watching TV, and this thing just busts through like the Kool-Aid guy. It's like, oh yeah! Like flipping around your room.
Pretty much. The problem is because it happens so quickly, no one has like video of it happening. They only have video of the aftermath, but it's pretty gnarly.
So tell me this though: has Samsung at least had the balls to basically say they are doing a recall on this? I mean, whether
Samsung has said that they are investigating it.
Oh, okay.
And
so no official recall.
No official recall, but that they're investigating it and that they are working on a possible recall. Now here's the way I look at this. I want my fucking money back. Okay? I don't want this thing that could potentially when the baby's high chair is on the other side of the little walkway where the washing machine is and eats breakfast there and stuff. I don't want this thing potentially, like you said, coming Kool-Aid through the wall and taking out my kid.
You should not have to wear like sports padding to like walk around your house when you're doing the laundry.
Let's look at the other flip side. I don't want to be responsible for the wall and the damage to the cabinets and stuff in the washroom because of a faulty design. So I just want to have the units picked up and my money back. I mean, that's the thing. How are they going to service it, right? If they built the thing out of shitty materials, are they really going to send out Samsung techs to come disassemble the entire unit, put a new base in there, and then pop it back in? I don't know. That's why Samsung's dragging their feet, because they know they're going to be ass over kettle when it comes to cost.
It's going to be a massively expensive venture. I mean, I remember when my old fridge, not the one I have currently, because the current one I have is a Kenmore Elite built by LG, and LG is like the worst company for sending people out to fix shit. But my old one I had, I remember the ice maker broke in it, and they came out and actually replaced the entire door on the refrigerator. Like, they ripped the ice maker apart, and they're like, oh no, it goes deeper than this. And then they went out and actually grabbed a whole new door out of the vehicle. So, but those are all like swappable components. A washer, like you said, I mean, you'd have to pull all the guts out of it, disassemble all the boards, the motors, everything. I mean, to change that part. It doesn't sound like it's just a simple fix.
Yeah, so I guess to the point to where again, my complaint here is with the customer service on this. The longer they wait on trying to come up to a solution to this, the more. I mean, eventually someone's going to be in there doing laundry, folding up stuff from the dryer or something. This thing's going to cut loose and it's going to either seriously hurt or kill someone. Then they've got a bigger problem on their hands, because
I don't think somebody should have to die before they engage. That's the thing that's really pissing me off about a lot of these recalls. I remember back in even the early 2000s and 90s, like if a car had a failure that could kill the engine or cause the vehicle from stop running or something like that, they would do a recall instantly. Like bring it into the dealership, we'll give you a free loaner, we'll fix the problem and give it back to you. And companies are really good about that. Nowadays, like not just car companies, but appliance manufacturers and shit, you're right. They drag their feet horrendously. It's like, all my bitching with the Chevy Volt that I bought, right? I mean, I've been in arguments with those guys for over 2 years now over a charge door that doesn't work, because they don't consider that a recall class issue since it doesn't endanger anybody, but it prevents me from using the thing that I bought. Like, you literally can't plug the damn thing in unless you sit there and fiddle with the door and try to get it open, which, my wife, she gets sick of it and it hurts her fingers. She's like, nope, I'm just going to run this thing on gas. And not only that, but both locks, the electronic locking mechanisms in the door where you just touch it and it locks when you get out, they're broke on the driver's side and the passenger side, and the hatch is broke twice, and 3 engine codes have come through on the thing. We had to take it back, and all they did was clear the engine code and didn't do anything else. And all they said was, oh yeah, no, it was a cylinder misfire issue. Well, don't you think you should fucking fix the coil or but they're like, no, don't worry, we'll clear it. If it happens again, we'll do something. Nope, they just kept clearing the. I got so sick of it, I'm like, fuck it, I'll just clear it myself. I got my own OBD2 scanner. I don't need you guys.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating.
Street Guru says, I take it these are only natural gas washing machines? Washing machines run off water, dude, not gas. The dryer would be gas.
Do they?
Yes, we use natural gas.
No, they couldn't have a natural gas. It would still need to be partially electric. I know some weird appliances can run on propane. Like I saw a propane air conditioner. Like, how the fuck does that work?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, this is propane for the heat exchanger, and I was like, huh?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what to expect going forward. It just sucks. I mean, it would suck, and I'd be out, like $700 to just Craigslist it and get another one. But still, put on there slight chance of explosion.
If you this is the thing that sucks though, is if you put it on Craigslist, somebody buys it, and then it goes all Kool-Aid through the wall and kills their kid, and you have a video of us on TechTalk right now talking about this, would that make you liable unless you put that this was actually under recall in the for sale video?
I don't know. I think I could do some sort of a blanket disclosure of please make sure to look at all Samsung related materials before using, and only recommended installation by a licensed installer. I don't know.
This is a dangerous new world we live in. You got to protect
yourself.
That's
like saying if you use cars sold, if you privately sold a car that had a safety recall, then are you liable for that recall if someone else?
But what if the recall was like imminent brake failure and you knew about it? That's why you were selling.
Hey, worked for me. How many times did we hear that at work when we would tell a dev something was broke? How many times did they go, worked for me?
Yeah. If I had $1 for every time I heard the word transient, we're not talking about homeless people. It's like every time a developer. Okay, so guys,
it's better than that code being transsexual.
Yep. So the. Yeah, I can go into any bathroom at once, Jay. So transient issues It's just another word that the developer uses for I can't get it to reproduce.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. But the problem is most of the issues that you hit, especially with multi-threaded shit, are transient in nature, and so you might only hit it 1 out of 10,000 times. But you know what happens when you ship that code to millions and millions of people?
Then that 1 out of 10,000 is pretty common.
Yeah, it is. And that's what would always happen. I swear to God, I would file a bug, and I would be like, guys, I've hit this 3 times now in like 2 months. We need to fix this. And they'd be like, nope. They'd finish the Windows update, ship it, and Watson would just be blowing up with like tens of thousands of that failure next day. And they'd be like, oh, shit, we should have fixed that. And then they recall the KB, fix it, and redeploy it.
Oh,
I'm like,
people are asking what I have in my hand. This is, it's a, you know those stress balls that you would squeeze?
you're squeezing your balls right now, Jay?
It's not a ball. You can see it on the stream here in a second. It's actually an Atari joystick-shaped one.
Ooh.
So it's like foamy and squishy.
So you're squeezing your joystick and your balls?
I'm squeezing my joystick here.
Yeah, Jay likes to tug on his joystick on cam.
I do. Look, I can stretch it. Watch. Anyway, I got a donation comment here to read from the Optic Banana. Ooh. Jay, you did not convince me to water cool, but I did watch your videos to get it up and running. So thanks. You're welcome. I did convince you though. It's okay. You can admit it. I love the way people are now telling me I didn't convince them to water cool because I keep saying I'm more than just a damn water cooler.
No, you're not. You're you know what? No matter what other types of videos I do, I will always be known for 3D printing. Even if I took all my 3D printers and I threw them away and didn't make another 3D printing video for a year, I would be known only for 2 things: room tour and 3D printing. That's it.
Yeah, we all have our one-hit wonders that we become known for, I guess.
We're typecast.
Jay has a new cam show. I'm yanking my tallywhacker.
Hey now, hey, there was lines that were crossed there.
Anyway, so if you guys do want to know how to donate, I should actually probably update the description here because I put the wrong link in there. The donation button only works on the gaming site, which is weird because YouTube doesn't make it the same across platform. But anyway,
so what he's saying is if you want to donate, you have to go to the Barnacules Nerdgasm channel and look in the video description and find the PayPal link. And
anyone who donates $25 gets Jerry's cell phone number. Anyone who donates $100 gets his address.
Oh, it's a lot cheaper just to find it.
If you donate $150, you get Jerry's sweaty shirt he left in my house last time he came to visit.
Ooh. I knew
I didn't wash it.
You didn't wash it?
I sleep with it at night.
Did you put it in a Ziploc baggie to preserve the essence of Jerry?
Yeah, the bag turned green though. It's all that mold.
Hey, here's a good question. We got over on Twitter from Michael Wojdyla. 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 Dude, that is the craziest last name ever. Okay, anyways, he said, how did you guys get together? How did you become friends? Jay, do you want to tell the epic tale of how I endlessly harassed you into being my friend?
I went to the personal section on Craigslist.
Okay, this story I do not approve.
And I found M seeking M. But anyway, I don't know. I think a follower of yours one day I was live streaming or something. I think I was doing a computer build or something.
It wasn't Demon Duck, was it?
Yeah, it was.
It was. He was the one that brought us together.
But he told you to go and watch me because I was live streaming. I think I was with Coconut Monkey or something. I don't remember. And you were like, hey, this guy's kind of funny. I like this guy. I never saw any of your comments during the live stream, but I guess you were like frantically waving your arms, jumping up and down, like, hey, senpai, notice me, hey.
Oh yeah, dude, you were bigger than I was. Like I was like, I need to get this guy's good graces.
Now let's go ahead and put this into context. Jerry says I was bigger than him. I had like 17,000 subs and he had like 15. So it's not like it was.
Hey, that is a lot.
Oh, okay. I guess percentage-wise, it was a decent number. But anyway. So then he just like started blowing me up on Twitter. It's just like, hey, look at me, notice me. Hey, I like you. You're funny. Notice me. Let's be friends. Let's hang out. Let's be FFs. Let's get an apartment. And so.
Okay, Jay.
But anyway, then I followed him on Twitter. Then the DMs conversation started, and Jerry's that kind of guy that's like, you just acknowledged him, right? Okay, I'll let him slide into those DMs. So he slides into the DMs, and then he's like, hey, man, why don't you get on Skype? Get on Skype. Let's have a video chat. I'm like, no, I'm good.
Basically, all the tactics that we criticize people for doing to us now, I used on you.
Yeah, but it was easier to get away with them back then, I think.
Yeah, no, it was less common than it is
Yeah.
today. Yeah, no, I was like, Jay, dude, I gotta talk to this guy because honestly, at the time when you were doing that, that was right around the time that I was still doing stuff with like building computers and things like that. So it was like in your comedy style was very very similar.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like, oh, it was one of those things where it was like, this guy's actually really cool.
But what I thought was funny was in the Skype message, I was laying there. I remember very vividly. I was laying on the couch just watching TV, like with my phone, having this DM conversation with you. Very vivid. Like I had one hand on my phone and one hand on my. But anyway, so yeah, I was sitting there having this.
On your Atari 2600 stick.
Yeah, I was stretching my tallywhacker, and so anyway, Jerry's like, "Hey man, why don't you just head on Skype, man? I'm tired of typing here. Let's just have a video chat." And I was like, "No, I'm good." He's like, "Oh, okay, cool, man. Maybe some other time." So we just keep chatting, and then finally, Jerry, like an hour later, was like, "Obviously, you're not going to bed, so just get your ass up off your couch and go to your computer and turn on the camera." So I did, and then I was like,
pursued him.
"Yeah." And then when the camera turned on, you were fucking naked. I wasn't expecting that, but anyway. So Jerry and I, we talked for a bit on Skype, and I was like, "Hey, you're kind of cool. You want to come on? You want to be a guest on TechTalk?" He's like, "Okay." So he comes on, and then the rest is history. It's been like 70 episodes since then.
Yeah, and now and then I remember when I surpassed you in subs, and it got
Then Jerry
weird,
all of a sudden
and
ditched me for a bit. He was like, "Hey, I got to go to this PKA thing, so I'm not available on Thursdays anymore."
And then you went to a PKA thing how many times more than me?
I've actually turned down like 4 more appearances.
How many times have you been on though? Like legit, like three times or three
Three.
times? Yeah, because I went on that show because I like Woody a lot. Woody's a cool guy, and I went on there and I just got screwed because everybody thought I was replacing Wings of Redemption.
Well, because you were like right on the heels of the failed camping trip thing.
No, it literally was. Like, it couldn't have been worse timing for me to be on the show, and everybody realized that after the fact. And plus, my camera didn't work during the broadcast. They had a problem with the encoder on their side, so nobody could see me. They could only hear me. And it was just weird. It just kind of felt, so it didn't work out. I still talk to Woody, but just, I don't,
Well,
I think if I went on PKA again, it would just be the same.
I don't know about that. It's so far removed. Wings has moved on to his own podcast with White Boy 7th Street.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so they've moved on. But here's the thing. Dr. Chiz, as of yesterday, was asking me if I wanted to come back on the show again. Because a lot of people still keep hitting up PKA, like, telling Woody, like, hey, get Jay back. Because Woody really liked me on there, too, because I mixed well with them. Because I can...
You have a quick wit. You have a really quick wit. That fits really well with what they do.
I do, but I'm not afraid to, like, speak up over them to get my word in. I won't just sit there and wait to be acknowledged, right? And so, anyway, I told Dr. Chiz again publicly on Twitter. I was like, yeah, but the problem is they record on Thursdays, and that's when I do my tech talk with Jerry. And he said, well, it looks like we're going to have to get both of you on the show at the same time, then, aren't we? So we might, you and I together, go on PK.
That would be pretty fun, actually. I would be down for that.
Yeah.
That's like the level playing field.
Mm-hmm.
It would just turn into 4 hours. Just us
No.
ripping on each other.
3 minutes in, Woody's like, so I've been thinking about getting a 3D printer. And I'm like, fuck, I'm out.
Just like, fuck, click, disconnect.
Put down the headphones, walk away. I'm out. See you later. Boop, boop, boop.
Or he's like, I've been thinking about getting a Nissan.
A Nissan?
You're like, fuck this. The Nissan.
Think about getting a Nissan.
Oh my god. And then
Yeah,
I would just entire time be like, why didn't you get a
PJ.
GTR, Jay?
When I get a GTR?
Yeah, why didn't you get a GTR? Why'd you have to get the
Because they're so
14?
slow. God, it's obvious. Godzilla my ass.
Oh, there's spit everywhere right now. I wish I could get a GTR. Even the old ones with the busted ass single stage clutch or whatever are still stupid money.
Like R32?
Yeah, no. The first GTR only had a single
Oh.
clutch in it. Remember they said like if you launched it hard like 3 times, you'd smoke an entire clutch.
Good.
So now if you find those for sale online, they still want like $70,000-$80,000 for those things used. And I'm like,
have you seen that like a mint condition first gen GTR can pull like a couple $100,000?
really?
Like a 70? Yeah. Or whatever, 71 or something like that, I think it is.
Wow,
Yeah.
no, I had no idea.
There was one at Meekum not too long back, and it fetched like 240 million or 240,000, 240 million. Let's see here. David Neddy.
I hear a
said,
thing. Hold on. Yellow.
We'll wait while Jerry takes a phone call from his wife. This is called dead air.
Oh, survey.
And the survey says.
I get those so many times. Oh my
So,
god.
$20 donation from David Ned says, in celebration of my new job and because I know all you YouTubers are broke as hell. Absolutely.
We are actually. We are a poor people.
You know how much of that $20 I'm going to give to Jerry?
None. I love this. This is great. Jay and I, back when my channel did work, we made the agreement that we would host Tech Talk on each other's channels and staggered. So one week I'd get the donation, one week he got the donation. Then it's funny. It's like right after we solidified that deal, full screen took over my channel, broke my feature, and now I can't host Tech Talk. So technically, Jay is well within his legal bro rights to take all that money.
Well, you know what? But to be fair though, the donations have severely dwindled because they know it's one-sided.
No, this is true. And eventually I will be able to host the show again. Hopefully.
You know what we're gonna have to do? You know what we're gonna have to do? We're gonna have to do stretch goals. We're gonna have to do stretch goals.
I don't like the word stretch because it's kind of like implying exercise.
Oh yeah, if we get to a certain amount, we are going to be Jerry on a Sibian. That's it.
If you don't know what that is, yeah, don't Google it in front of your mom.
Don't Google it. Not safe for work. Not safe for work. Not safe for home either.
I'm just gonna start a petition eventually. They don't fix my channel and be like, Jay has to buy my plane ticket.
You should probably Google it on your smartphone in the shed, like where no one can find you.
And make sure you use incognito mode. You know what I figured out the other day though?
Incognito.
And I was not looking at porn, so don't even think that was the case, even though it probably was. But anyways, incognito in Chrome on the iPhone. If you close the browser and reopen an incognito tab, it goes right back to the previous site you were at. So how is that incognito?
They're incognito showing you exactly where you were.
I'm like sitting on the toilet taking a shit. It's like I opened up and I open up Chrome and it just opens to the incognito tab on like the site I was on. And I was like, that's not very incognito of you, Chrome. Would you please fix your goddamn smartphone application? Seriously.
It like you click the incognito button, it like prints out on the public printer your history.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, you just pick up the phone and it's just on the front page.
Including all of the page tags. Could you imagine the footer tags?
Dude, my browser history could write its own book.
Oh, man.
Somebody should do that. Like, you know how people do like the autobiographies and stuff? Somebody should do that. That's just the history. Just the history of their browser over the last 10 years or whatever, just as a book.
Oh, jeez.
I think you can learn a lot about a person.
About the size of like the Encyclopedia Britannica. Mohammed El Sheriff says, make more YouTube stuff. No, right. I'm going to Vimeo. I'm making more Vimeo stuff.
Yeah, I heard Vimeo is like really
killing. Actually, I've been thinking this whole YouTube thing isn't working out. I should probably move my entire shop over to Facebook video.
You should. I heard Facebook video is like really legit, and they have a super content control system where nobody can freeboot anything.
Hey, did you know they have a live stream platform now on Facebook? Facebook Live?
I've noticed a lot of my friends are popping up, and it tells you, like, even in the list, it's like, your friend just went live, and you click on it, and they're, like, in their car. Like,
you know what's happened, don't you?
I do not.
Facebook destroyed MySpace, right? And now Facebook has gone full Apple, where everyone else is innovating, and Facebook is just copying.
No, I agree.
Because Facebook Live is just straight up Periscope.
Yeah, no, and we're actually seeing the same thing play out on Facebook that happened on MySpace, where when it started, it was a very configurable platform where you got to personalize the shit out of it, and now it's going to a very constrained platform where you can't do much. Every third post in your stream is an ad. And don't get me wrong, Jay and I get paid by ads. I mean, ads are important, but you have to do it gracefully. You can't just have like Twitter does it pretty good. Like Twitter, when there's an ad in there or whatever, it'll be a sponsored ad, and it's just down every once in a while and everything. It's very clear it's sponsored.
Like this right here. Today's episode is brought to you by 100% whole grain original wheat thins. Check them out here. Great, same taste, half the fat.
Yeah, and you know what pisses me off about Facebook is Facebook.
We need to do that every 5 minutes.
We should, yeah, only if we're getting paid. No, hashtag sellout. But no, Facebook, I hate it because what they'll do is they'll show an ad and it'll say somewhere in it in little text or something sponsored. And then at the bottom of the ad, it says like every friend in your friends list has liked this. And I know for a fact that none of them like that shit.
Yeah.
Just like wheat thins. None of that makes sense.
You guys, don't forget, Jerry can't see me live.
Today's video is sponsored by Lysol, the only wipes I use.
Today's video is brought to you by Lysol. Don't live with a sticky keyboard and a sticky desk. Get Lysol.
Get Lysol.
Are you dealing with
smells like bleach?
Are you dealing with unnecessary keyboard crack? Well, get your
want your room to have a bleachy smell, but for a good reason.
Do you want not to poison your friend when he laps whiskey up off of your table? Then get 100% alcohol-free Lysol wipes.
Jay was there, man. There was a time. You guys all saw that episode. That episode will go down in history.
I didn't want to waste it though.
Just wasted and farting laying on my floor. That was epic.
I forgot. I farted like 4 times on that live stream.
You did. You were like back there just One of them registered pretty good too. They couldn't hear the first two, but man,
Well, your reaction was always there.
yeah, I still remember like the next day too. You're like, how did I get down to bed? Did you
So
put me in bed, Jerry?
and he changed my clothes, and he put me in my pajamas. I didn't bring pajamas.
Hey,
Oh, you were wearing pajamas.
I am a full service kind of friend, if you know what I'm saying.
Jerry's like a 1950s gas station. He pops your hood. He'll pop your
Kicks the
hood.
tires.
He'll check your oils. He'll check your
Got
dipstick.
check tallywhacker level.
He'll check your dipstick.
Oh my gosh! Here, let's check.
If anyone's wondering, no, Jerry has not made any progress in making a trip out here. Just saying.
No, I'm still waiting for Jay to buy my ticket because he has all the money and I'm poor.
Right.
At least get me a train ticket, and then I'll vlog like the 47 days it takes me to get down there.
You could actually make it here from there in about 24 hours.
By train?
Yeah. I took a train all the way to Mexico, to New Mexico in 24
That
hours.
would actually be cool. You know, that's one thing I've never done in my life. Is I've never like been on like a legit train.
So you
I've
can
been
be
on,
in,
like, light rail
so
and
you
stuff,
can be
never,
in,
like-
so you can be in seats that are actually less comfortable than airplanes for 24 hours.
Are they really?
When I rode on a train, it was not comfortable.
Can you get like a little cabin? Like I would even probably pay to get like a little cabin just to like chill out, and I don't know. It seems like it'd be kind of a cool adventure. Do they like stop off places too, where you can like do shit, or do you have to be on
No,
the
it's
train?
not a fucking cruise, dude. It's a train.
Well, I figured, don't they got to stop and get gas or something?
Is there
like,
any excursions on this train? Is there horseback riding? Where do we make port?
I just want to go have a microbrew in Portland. Okay, come on. Jay.
Where's the pool? Jerry thinks Amtrak's like a fucking resort.
I am going on my first cruise though, sometime in the next couple of months. I'm actually pretty excited about that.
Oh geez, here comes Jerry. He's gonna hit up the all-you-can-eat dinner. When the wife and I went on a cruise, it was funny because all the meals and everything is just freaking all inclusive, right? Even the tips, like you're not even allowed. You can't even cash tip. Tipping is something you could like add to the end of the trip, like as you're leaving.
Oh, okay.
But gratuity is like included with the price of the cruise too. So we go to the dinner, and there's always every night is like a formal dinner, right? And you're sitting at a table with like 10 or 12 chairs, and you're sitting with other people, and you're with the same people every night. And I remember the waiter comes up, and I was like, man, I'm torn. I don't know if I want. Gosh, the steak looks good, but I've never had lobster. I want to try lobster, right? And the guy was like, well, just get both. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, just get both. So I got like a 12-ounce New York steak. And then said, yeah, bring me a side of lobster. He didn't bring me just a side of lobster. He brought me the whole lobster entree, and everything. So
I'm gonna remember
you can just be like, oh, that chicken looks good. Bring me one of those too. You know, it's the problem with cruises is you come back like popping buttons off your pants.
I'm gonna be like, I'll just take pajama pants the whole time and wear like a formal top.
There is a dress code for the formal dinners. Sir.
No, so I've been informed. I already the shirt has already been ordered. A pink polo, something or other.
Even Carnival Cruise Line has standards at the dinner table.
Hey, we're not taking Carnival, okay?
Are you going to like a Royal Caribbean?
I think it's Princess Cruise or something. Shut up, dude.
That's why you got the pink. That's why you got the pink shirt. I know.
I'm gonna be riding Princess. It's gonna be awesome.
We still want to do the Disney cruise, but for a family of 4, even the baby costs. The baby costs 50% of a child's ticket.
The Disney cruise looks pretty baller though. Like I saw their big ship that they have, the one that like departs out of Florida.
Well,
that thing's like a city, man.
Most of them depart out of Florida, West Palm Beach, I think, something like that. Anyway, most of their ships there are big. So for a 10-day with a family of 4, with the flight to Orlando, the hotel room the night before, the boat, the hotel the night after, or the night you get back, and then the plane fare back, it cost me about $10,000.
For how many? 8 days or 10 days?
10-day.
That's not too bad,
It's
actually.
It's not. Anyway.
Yeah, the cruise that I'm going on departs from Seattle and goes up to Alaska. So expect to see a video of me like jumping into ice cold glacier water.
And
I'm gonna do that.
I will have your eulogy ready.
Dude, with all
have
this.
Instant hypothermia.
No, I think the lion seals are going to accept me as one of their own and like swim with me. We'll form a pack and attack other lesser creatures.
Damon95YJ says, keep up the good work, guys. Love the show. Thank you, sir. Slapnuts McGee.
Slapnuts McGee for real?
Slapnuts McGee says, been watching both of you forever, but I finally managed to catch a live stream. Jerry gets $4 of this because 3D printers. He donated 5. Al Hussein, cousin of... Never mind. Anyway, Al Hussein, $6, says, Jay, give me a job. Hire me now. That's awfully demanding, sir.
That was pretty demanding.
Let's be
Like,
honest. He just paid me to hire him.
that's not looking good right
Will he
now. Like,
continue to pay me if I hire him? If so, he's hired.
I honestly think that there are people out there that would do that, Jay. I'm
John?
not one of them, but
John Brown, another $6. That's weird. Back-to-back $6 donations. You think they're the same guy?
it's inflation.
But one is Al Hussein and the other one is John Brown. Hey, Jerry and Jay, I'm getting ready to do a CAD class at Mount SAC. Oh, he's not that far away from here. That's Mount San Antonio. That's Mount San Antonio College, by the way.
Nice.
Can my college get a shout out? Oh, well, there you go.
It just did. Look at that, man. It writes itself.
Cody Schneider. He's gonna donate every week because of the way I say his name.
Yes.
Cody Schneider.
He's gonna message us one of these days and be like, "I got kicked out of my house because I had no money and spent all my savings on TikTok."
Oh, I guess can't watch no more. No. You guys make too many good videos. Stop it. Cough, cough.
Stamp it. Geekmoto 13 said, Jerry, the train takes 30 hours. I've done it. So worth it and cheaper too. I'm doing a train. Screw it. I'll fly back. I'm not gonna do a train bill.
Cody had another part of his comment though. He said, "And no, I do not donate every week." It's like he knows what I'm gonna say. He said because we're not on every week. Yeah, because Jerry is always like, "Guys, I don't want to go on this week."
Oh, shut up! You canceled last week's Tech Talk.
I have a toe ache. I have gout.
Oh God.
Gout. Like fucking gout hurts, you big baby.
Dude, I don't live in the giant drug mansion that doesn't have mold in the walls. Okay.
Hey, since gout is a cartilage thing, right?
No, it's built like uric acid builds up and it like forms crystals like sand in your joints.
But I thought it had specifically to do in your joints and the cartilage in your joints.
Yeah, it tears up the cartilage. Yeah. No, it
Can you get gout in your ear?
No, because your ear is really close to your heart.
That's boxer ear.
That's a box. It's called gout ear. No, it only happens usually in your big toes and like your ankles and some people their knees, but it has to do with circulation. It's places where there's poor circulation because I think the ice crystal or not ice crystals, derp. The gout crystals can only form it below body temperature, so like 97, 96 degrees or something like that.
So you're never gonna get like gout of the penis.
Yeah, I'm never gonna. Oh no way, dude. That's like the hottest part of my entire body.
Bound to
I think it's got like friction burns on it.
Gary, you already did Geekmoto. Gary Quick says, just to say hi to you. Love Jay and Barn.
Heroes.
He has a full name. It's Barnacles.
No, I like Barnes works.
Carlos Velez. Only your closest friends get to call you Barn. Well, I guess right now he is one of your closest friends. He donated. He's one of my closest friends.
Aww.
Carlos Velez says, hey, hi, Jay and Jerry.
Hello.
Question is for Jay. I feel like this is like a caller, right?
Yep.
Yes, my question is for Jay.
I know technically I should be the one reading it since it's for you.
I feel like this is like a radio program. Hello, Carlos Vasquez. You were live on Tech Talk number 109. I forgot what the title was, but whatever.
Yeah, Carlos' question is, have you tried to clean the flux out of radiators?
Shut up, I'm doing this like a phone call.
You do it.
Have you tried to clean the flux out of the radiators using ultrasonic clean? Would that even work?
Is he talking about like one of those oscillating type of cleaners?
Yeah, I think so.
But the problem is it's inside the rad.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I'm not gonna
toothbrush in there and be like.
I'm not gonna fill up the radiator with something.
That would be a big ass sonic cleaner though, and that would require a lot of solution.
No, I have not tried to use any sort of ultrasonic cleaning. To be honest, normally I don't have to do any cleaning to the level of what seems to be happening over here. But I tweeted out earlier that my GPU loop has started to change colors. It is ever so slight. And the way it went down was today, Coconut Monkey was over here, and we were actually cleaning up the shop, and we started doing an inventory. I actually have a spreadsheet with now with inventory of what's, well, we got a couple of shelves done. I have 35 graphics cards. That seems a little bit excessive. Anyway, so I came up here to check my loop, because I've been letting my GPU loop run Valley Benchmark for like hours and hours at a time. And I'm happy to report that my overclock is stable and hasn't crashed once. But anyway, to put heat into the loop so that we can force it to change color faster, because heat was a factor in this. It's not the cause, but it's a factor in this. And so we want the loop to change color. I said this in my video because I need to send a sample, a dirty sample of the fluid to Mayhem's, as well as a clean sample so they can do a comparison.
Make sure you wipe off the tip though first, and then catch it midstream.
Don't shake it more than twice, otherwise you're playing with it. Anyway, so I came up here to check on the loop, or on the test to make sure it was still running, and I turned off the computer, because when the LEDs are on, the Mayhem's is very reactive to the light. Like it's really bright, so it kind of masks the color change when the lights are on. So I turned off the system, And I'm looking at it and I'm going, I can't tell if this is my imagination or if the GPU loop does look like it's just like a sliver of a shade darker than the CPU loop. So I called Coconut Monkey up in here and I told him, I said, look at the loops, tell me what you see. And he's looking at it and he goes, is one changing color? And I'm like, yes, okay, good. So I then took my camera and I point the camera at it and I'm looking at it through the camera because you can tell color differences through a camera lens, like looking through the digital display, easier than your eyes, because the camera has less, obviously less colors that it can recreate versus what your eyes see, so it really makes it obvious. And looking through it on the camera, the one of the orange loops looks like it's actually turning gray, whereas the yellow would turn brown. The orange almost looks like it's turning like a slightly gray, like a cementy.
So how long are you gonna wait before you drain that sucker out and send it to Mayhem's?
It's only been 4 days and it's already starting. So I already told Mayhem's I'm gonna let it go like another week, just to see how dark we can get it. But yeah.
Hey, by the way, props on removing that thermal paste. I really like that part of your video. That was pretty legit.
Removing it?
Yeah, when you're just dumping the whole bottle of isopropyl alcohol on it, just blub, 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 blub.
And yes, that video card does work. Obviously, it just wiped all the thermal paste off. Alcohol cleaned it with then some alcohol wipes and stuff, and it's just fine.
You can completely submerge electronics in alcohol. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's not conductive, but at the same time, I wouldn't like run it in alcohol like you would like say mineral spirits or mineral oil, but it evaporates
because it's kind of a little bit of an explosion hazard. If
yeah,
goes wrong. But there's just a giant blue flame coming out of the top of your case. You're like, oh shit, not again.
But it evaporates extremely fast.
Yeah, no, that's what I like. That's what I like about alcohol. Can you do a comparison though next time you do a video like that and just literally pee on an AMD graphics card and see if the acidity of the urine actually and the ammonia removes the thermal compound?
That seems highly compelling, but for reasons that I can't disclose, I don't want to make AMD mad right now. Let's just wait a little bit.
I sense a sellout event in the future.
There's no money exchanging hands. I don't take money.
Hey,
I don't take money from the poor.
You don't have to take money to be a sellout.
I don't take money from the poor. Stop it.
Oh, no way, dude. Drunken Woodworker just posted a little image on Twitter of the drink machine from ORD camp. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Do you remember back when I was there and I was just like hammered drunk and I was Instagramming like just, oh God, it's a video of me.
I don't look at your content. I wouldn't know.
Oh, dude, I got to do this. Oh, my God.
What are we doing here?
Memories. No, I thought he was just doing a video of the machine, and then I watched it. No, it's the actual video of me drunk. Anyways, I retweeted it. You guys can see it on my Twitter feed. Anyways, like,
I broke the tip off of my joystick.
Oh, no! Oh, no. Now you're post-op.
It's just like real life.
It's post-op, Jay.
Pre-op. What are you talking about? Anyway, Al Hussein commented again. He says, "This is Cody Schneider's cousin. Bring all your family. It seems like you guys are rich."
Yeah, bring all your family. We love everybody. We like cousins and mothers. I just realized how bad that sounds if you just cut that one little soundbite and played it back.
Bo Kelly says, "Jay, are you still planning on ditching your Hardware Labs RADs and changing over to EK, or are you going to wait for the results of the Mayhems to decide?" The EK RADs are already here for both my system and Red Mist. I'm going with 560, a 280, a 480 on the top, and I'm going to add a 360 to the front of Skunkworks. I'm like, well, I might as well just put a radiator there too. Why the hell not? And before you guys are like, you can't do that. You're going to put constant of heat in there, blah, 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 blah. Watch my video where I show you their front.
Nobody on the internet sounds like that.
Yes, they do. Every single one of them that are complaining. Anyway, watch the video I did where I have only a front-mounted rad and measured air temp both entering and exiting the case and showed that it's negligible on how much it actually heats up your case. But anyway, yeah, I'm adding another 360 rad to that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to be sending samples of the fluid as well as the radiators to Hardware Labs and Mayhem. So they each get some fluid and some radiators so they can do their independent testing. What I can't wait to see is if both results on both sides are going to come back. Hey, listen to me. Wake up.
Whoa, what?
All right. What I can't wait to see is if both of them are going to get a sample of the fluid, both of them are going to get radiator, and I'm waiting to see if both of them blame the other person.
Can I make one more small request here for comedic relief?
Oh.
You should piss in a cup and send it to them along with the fluid. And don't tell them what's in the cup. Just literally just piss in a cup. It's the same cup that you put the fluid in. Let them figure out which one's the fluid.
You guys see why I don't do video collaborations with Jerry?
Guys, dude, seriously, if you think Jay should do that, go over and hashtag what is it?
Piss in a cup.
No, I don't. Piss in a cup. Hashtag piss in a cup. And include Jay, because I think that would be funny. Like, I would actually laugh. If I worked at Mayhem's, I would find that funny. And so I think they would find that funny, too.
Yeah. Night Wolf Alpha says, I'm just glad Jerry is feeling better from the gout. I know you were having issues when we were hanging at PDX LAN. I don't want to see Jerry and a Sibian. Just not right, Jay. Jay's a dickhole. LOL.
Great, I can cross that one off my list. No, the gout is actually completely under control today. I actually had a beer today at lunch.
Tomorrow you'll be like, guys, I got gout.
Yeah, probably. No, it's been 3 or 4 months. I haven't done any drinking really, and I had my first beer today, and I actually got a buzz off of one beer, and that has never happened in my entire life. And so far, the toes work.
You know why?
All rules.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because your liver's clean for once.
I know, it's like it had months to like regenerate and purify itself. No, it was weird. I've never, like, because I'm such a big guy, one beer has never done anything to me. And it's like I drank this beer and I'm like, man, I'm actually kind of feeling pretty good right now.
Jake Connor in chat says, "What's up with Jerry and P tonight, guys? He has a golden shower fetish." Okay.
Jay, you promised you were never going to say anything. That was a one-time thing, maybe twice, 2-time thing, Jay.
Coconut Monkey replies, I don't know. I think Mayhem would lose their ish if you sending some pee-pee overseas.
Dude, look at all these hashtag piss in a cup, dude. Come on, you know that would be hilarious.
No, I need to do it to someone who like truly pisses me off.
Or better yet, piss in the cup and then add a couple drops of the dye to try to get it as close to the color of the other dye as possible.
I know this was suggested like 862 times, but people wanted me to see how well pee works as a coolant.
I'm on board for that. Like, can we do that collab when I come down there? Like Jerry's piss versus Jay's piss?
No, I'm not gonna fill and drain that loop. No.
Jay, it's for science.
That's disgusting.
Jay, it's for science.
No, it's not for science.
I would like to take this opportunity to tell everybody right now to go over and ask your questions on Twitter with hashtag AskTechTalk. It's a way for you to ask me a question that I might answer, and then you don't have to pay Jay.
That's segue.
This is a way that you can get around everything and work the system. Do it. And then go donate money to me via my PayPal so I can give it to the IRS.
so that they can double dip your income?
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about just giving the IRS just like can they just open an account where I can just put all my money from PayPal and stuff into that account?
So you should take that envelope, like that voucher envelope. You know, when you owe money to the IRS, it prints out vouchers with your or with a voucher with your tax return, so you could like, hey, here's my receipt. Here's my receipt for what I owe you. You should seriously just like draw a terrible picture like a kindergartner and fold that up and put it in there with it and send it back.
Like drawing a penis on every one of these. That I meant that. Yeah, isn't that funny? Like the IRS actually gives you like vouchers because as a YouTuber, you have to pay quarterly taxes if you're,
estimates.
Because the IRS basically thinks you're going to fail every other month and they're not going to get their money, so they want it 4 times a year instead of once a year. But yeah, they literally like figure out how much they estimate it. Right? They're like, we figure you owe us this much. Then they break it up into 4 payments. So if you only make like a third one year than you did the previous year, you're just fucked.
Well, you'll overpay and you'll get it back at the end of the year.
Well, yeah, but if you make it to the end of the year...
I don't want to do tax talk again. We did that last time.
Yeah, we did tax talk.
We didn't do much car talk today, though.
We didn't, actually.
No, we didn't do hardly any car talk. So, yeah, Nizzy's getting her tune on her custom tune with 5 maps on Saturday. Getting 5 maps. We're getting launch control. And... I'm getting a 100 octane and an E85 map, which is funny because...
Does launch control have to be its own map? Why don't you just have it enabled on all the maps?
Because the thing is, so if you have it on every map, right, and I'm at the light, and I try to rev, for whatever reason, if I'm just trying to rev above 3,500 or 4,000 RPM or whatever I set it to, every time I stop, I'm not going to be able to bring the RPMs up past that again if I needed to for some reason. So what happens is it will auto switch. So I can put it on launch control map, and then the moment I release the brake and I'm launched, then it will automatically switch back to the default map.
That's cool. I actually stopped using launch control in my car because I didn't notice it. It didn't seem like it was building any more boost just because my exhaust is so free flowing.
You need a true 2-step or an anti-lag.
Yeah, I do want to do a 2-step, but those are actually pretty hard on the turbo too.
Hell yeah, dude! It's constant spool and gate or spool and exhaust waste gate. Yeah, I tell Nick, he loves like anti-lag, right? The whole concept of anti-lag. But I keep telling him like, that is
so cool though.
But it's literally the sound of taking life off the end of your turbo.
Yeah, it's literally just throwing fuel into the impellers and lighting it on fire. I mean, it's like literally just blowing up your turbo.
The reason why it glows red.
it just sounds so cool though, like because the 2-step. The 2-step, when the thing revs up or whatever, it just puts the engine under a little load and you get that ba 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 ba, and it builds boost. But with the anti-lag, it literally just sounds like crumpling paper. It's like it just and flames are just shooting out the exhaust. It's so badass. Like the rally cars when I went out to
No one cares about rally cars. Shut up.
no, rally cars are my dude. What do you mean nobody cares about
No one
rally cars?
cares
Rally
about
cars are
rally
superior
cars.
to street cars in every single way,
No,
except for
they're
top
not.
speed.
No, they're not.
Except for top speed.
No, they're not.
I don't know, dude. You know those Ford Fiesta WRC rally cars do 0 to 60 in 1.8 seconds.
That's ridiculous. No one needs to do that.
I can't even like imagine what that must feel like because I already did the 2.4 seconds, and that was I don't even understand how physics allows that. But no, I think that's
I would love to see a slow-mo camera on you at that lap.
like warp speed. My chin disappears for like a second. No, it absolutely blows my mind. But they don't have high top speeds, right? They're all super low gear.
And for the record, I'm literally just banning anyone from the channel that gets mad about car talk. This is our stream. We can do what we want. So if the guys that are like, fuck car talk, you're literally just getting banned.
I mean, you might as well just say ban me. I mean, ban me's a lot easier than fuck car talk. I mean,
the guy who said anus, I'm not going to ban him because anus it's a real thing.
It is. I have an
Anus
anus.
is a real thing. He didn't say anything bad about his anus. He just said anus.
No, I mean, anuses exist, and people should be able to feel free to talk about anus.
SGPCH1983 says, Jay, is nitro legal? Does he mean nitrous? Because nitro and nitrous are not the same thing, by the way. Nitro is like what, nitroglycerin? That's like more
Nitroglycerin is an
explosive?
unstable element that's explosive and used, I think, for treating heart conditions.
Mm-hmm. I've been thinking,
nitrous is not legal though. You cannot legally run nitrous on a street car.
You know what's funny? In California, there are carb legal nitrous kits. Do you
Serious?
believe that shit? Do you believe
How
that
did
shit?
they get that to pass?
Because
Is the kid legal
they
or
paid
just-
it. They paid it. Remember, they don't give a shit
Hold
about
on.
the air here.
Hold on, is it one of those things though where it's like with pipes? It's legal to own the pipe, but you can't put crack into it. Is it legal to own the kit, but it's just not legal to actually put nitrous?
I
on
don't
it?
know where is that a law in California? Having it's one considered contraband, and you're still just in much trouble. Anyway,
Oh my god, that's crazy. No, I wouldn't run nitrous anyways. Nitrous is incredibly hard on engines, not just from a power perspective, but it's rapidly rusting the inside of your cylinders. Your rings take massive damage. Everything. It's just unless the engine is built for running nitrous, like from the ground up, you're gonna just grenade your engine.
I agree, but disagree with you at the same time because there's different. Whoa! I just punched everyone in the ear. I apologize.
Not touch the monoprice cable.
I didn't. It says professional low noise microphone cable. I tend to disagree with that. Anyway, guys, I'm really sorry I just punched your eardrum. The comments are gonna go nuts now.
So why do you think nitrous is tasty and got vitamin C and shit in it for motors?
No, it's because there's different types of kits, right? You got a dry kit, which is just like a plate that mounts onto your throttle body and then just sprays it into the intake, and then the vacuum has to determine where it goes. Then there's a two-stage wet kit, which is like dumping fuel and nitrous individually into each runner, where you can tune each runner. And those are the ones that I believe in because you can actually tune for the nitrous easily, and that it's much easier on the engine because you're not dealing with the
problem
lean
of
condition.
nitrous. Well, probably easier, but you still have the problem of nitrous contacting the exhaust manifold coming out and the intake manifold if it's metal, and you're gonna start building
If you
up.
tune properly, there goes all the comments. If you tune properly, you shouldn't be having nitrous exiting your exhaust unburnt. So
I have a friend who had a Honda
nitrous
Civic that was
going in.
nitrous.
If you have nitrous going in and nitrous coming out, you're doing it
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, no, he was using a dry kit. The guy that I know,
Yeah.
he was basically just running the injector right into the intake. And I'll tell you what, man, I mean, it gives you a lot of torque.
Yeah.
Like even in those little Japanese engines that are just, you got to wrap them out or whatever. I mean, you get a lot of torque on a launch with nitrous. But he also burned up all the rings in his motor. Like, like I think he went to the drag strip twice on like amateur night and ran it like 3 times each night and completely toasted the rings in his motor.
See, I also know someone back in the early 2000s when I had my F-body club that had an all-stock 5.7 liter 350 2-port injected with a direct port wet kit and a tune. That was it. And he ran hundreds of passes on that car down into the low 12s. Again, on a stock like 91 Camaro Z28. These were not fast cars. These were the 350s that were lucky to do like a 14.7 in the quarter, right? They were super slow. And he was doing low 12s on nothing more than 150 shot and a tune. he was also a fabricator, so he fabricated, and made these direct ports himself. But he ran hundreds of passes on it, and the engine never blew up on him. He kept saying, people kept asking him, when are you going to build your engine? He's like, when it blows up. It never freaking blew up. That was the problem.
Yeah, nitrous is expensive too. That's the other thing I don't like about it. It's like a turbo, you pay for it, it's on the car, and you got all this free power. Nitrous, I mean, what's it cost to fill a nitrous tank these days? I mean, it's pretty spendy shit, isn't it?
I've never looked into it. I never had a nitrous car.
Yeah, I've never actually had one. I just had my friend that had one. He had it was like a scuba tank that was in the back, and the scuba tank would last for like ever. I mean, literally, we were just like driving the thing up and down the street and stuff, hammering on it. It seemed like it never ran out of nitrous, but plus it was like really low shock kit. I mean, I think he only had a 1.8 liter. I think that was in that Civic. It was an LS Integra motor, and so it didn't go through a lot. But I'd imagine like drag cars are different. Like if you've got a giant V8 and you're running 600 horsepower on nitrous only, I'm pretty sure you're like blowing through one of those tanks like on every run.
So there's every morning I take little Jay to school. I have to drive right past my old house because literally my old house was one house over from the side fence of the school. That's how close we lived to it before. Now I have to drive like way across town. Every time I drive past the old house, there's a neighbor there that had an old, I think it was like an 86, what was it, a Starion. He's got
I remember those.
Turbo
Yeah.
Starion. They look just like GT86s, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And it's just sitting there. It's like grass growing underneath the car, and it doesn't move. It's clearly broken down, but the body's straight. Although the paint is fucked, the body is straight. Original wheels and everything. I'm looking every time I go by, and it's a turboed one, not one of the NA ones. Every time I go by and I look at it, I'm like, damn, I want to offer this guy something for this car. I would love to take this old Starion and make that a project car. Because
Dude, that would make an awesome drift car.
Yeah, exactly. Every time
That
I
would
look
be
at this
like the
car, I'm
best
like,
one, yeah.
dude, that would be so much fun. Just
You don't
gut
see
the
them a
thing.
lot anymore, but remember, because mainly because the wheelbase, short wheelbase cars are a little bit harder to drift. But like I remember seeing all the was the AE86 Toyotas, right, with the turbo built motors in them, and those things just sliding around everywhere. And it's like they're so lightweight. I bet you the whole car completely built is right around 2,000 pounds, if not less.
Yeah.
And,
so I might eventually offer this guy like, hey man, I'll give you like $1,200 for your car, just to see what his response is. But it's been there for years, just years.
I bet you he'd probably take you up on it.
I don't know. I think it runs though because it used to be parked on the street and then it was parked on the driveway and now it's parked on the lawn. So like it moves.
He's moving it
somehow, and he's got a pretty steep driveway too. So I don't think he's pushing it.
I'd have to imagine that's a pretty easy engine to get a hold of too for that thing. I bet you it uses the same engine that they used in similar lineups of that year, just turbocharged.
Who cares? It's a Toyota. I could put it's the heritage of a Toyota. I could put a 2JZ in there. I could put a 1JZ in there.
Oh yeah, you could put that'd be actually pretty funny. I mean, the weight distribution would be completely fucked, but boy, that'd be fun to drive.
Yeah.
I should horsepower, like
I should be blasphemous. I should get my Starion and put like an RB26 TTDE in there.
I don't even know what that is.
That's the Skyline motor.
Oh, that would actually be pretty funny.
That's like a R33 Skyline motor.
Or drop like an LS6 motor in it or something like that. It's like a Japanese car. Like I saw a guy do that with a Datsun. He took like one of the old Datsuns and stuck a freaking LS6 motor in it. I was like, it's sitting there, Datsun. It's sitting there going blah 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 blah, and you're like, I don't remember that car sounding like that. That's kind of weird.
Oh yeah, that
no.
Yeah, that Datsun there. That's a fast car, don't you know?
It's a Datsun.
I like the Datsun. Hey, do you want to go and play some Diablo?
I hate you. Hey, let's take some Ask Tech Talk questions since everybody actually took the time to type them in this week. All right, we're gonna do it.
Wait, Brandon Horn's like Starion is not Toyota. I know it's not, but it's so like step cousin of the old GT86. Come on,
it's basically a ripoff. Let's see here. Kenji Shinomori? Okay, I butchered that. Anyways, I'm planning on making a Subaru. Okay, I like that. An all-wheel drive 1991 Honda Civic wagon with a B20 turbo swap. Just thought I'd mention.
I'm sorry.
That would be interesting. An all-wheel drive Honda Civic?
Everyone's so mad because I made the reference of putting a 2JZ in a Starion because it's a pre-DSM Mitsubishi. And then other folks are like, it's a DETT, not a TTDE. Whatever, you know what I fucking meant, didn't you?
There's always the people. I call them the people.
These are purists. These are people that it's like it's pure, right? You've got to be 100%. Super accurate with everything you say.
Hashtag Starion Master Race. Let's see
Hashtag
here.
Starion is a Toyota.
Let's see here. It's funny, a lot of people are asking questions, they're just making statements. It's called Ask TechTalk.
Now Nick is saying Starion is a DSM. I don't know, is it? I thought it was pre-DSM.
The Star. I
It
don't
could
know
be.
now.
The Starion was out at the same time as the 1G Eclipses and Talon, so I guess it could be.
It might have been. Let's see here. Matthew Gold said, "Hey Jerry and Jay, just got a 2016 Civic. What are your thoughts on the redesign?" I don't know. I kind of think the new Civics look all right. There was a time there where they were starting to look pretty stupid.
I feel like the new Civics look too much like the new Prius, and I don't like the new Prius. Like the back end of the car looks the same to me, and I don't like.
I think they look better though than not the previous year, but the years before that, where they were just really kind of they did the whole boxy thing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that, where the trunks were like just everything was really straight curves, really kind of like squared off lights. I didn't like that. I thought that always looked really shitty.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me look at a new one. I'm kind of curious now. It's a 2016 Civic. All right, let's see what we're dealing with here. That is. You know what? The back kind of looks like a Dodge Dart a little bit. I don't dislike it. I kind of think it looks okay. It doesn't really look like a Civic anymore though. Like, you notice the Civics just keep putting on weight and getting bigger.
Looks good to
Like-
me.
It's like the Civic is now the Accord and the Accord is now a Range Rover. Okay, let's see.
And the Range Rover is a freaking Hummer.
It's a Hummer, and a Hummer is just a U-boat. Okay, Sean 12 said, can Barnacles, let's see here, can Barnacles fat can be either radiator cleaner or radiator coolant? Can Barnacles fat can be, this guy doesn't speak very good English, but I think he wants to know if my fat can be used as a radiator cleaner or
Can
radiator
your
coolant.
grammar and can be used for gooder?
Can it be good?
Are words or things made harder for talking? Does things I'm saying, hearing, understand
No,
your
no, no,
brain?
Oh no, but legitimately, do you think my fat could be used as a cleaner or a coolant?
I think if we squeezed it really hard and took the juice, that would come out.
I don't think the pump would be able to push it through. You'd need a hell of a pump, more like a blender.
I don't want to turn my pump in here.
Here we go. Jamie Allen Seymour said, "Could you put a Stingray engine in that old car?"
A Stingray engine. You're
old
just talking about an
Corvette,
old carbureted 5.7 liter dual.
Yep.
No, just a single push rod cam motor, overhead valve.
Oh, you know what? I want to see somebody do a reverse thing. You know how everybody always takes the sleeper, right? They go get the shitty car and put a really expensive motor in it. I want to see somebody go get like a Ferrari, like an older Testarossa, take the V12 out of it, and just stick like some old Buick V8 in there, clunker.
Mm-hmm.
Just be like, blah, 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 blah,
You
blah,
know, dealing with like the crazy cam setup in the VQ.
Yeah.
Would you hear murder? Did you hear murder happening?
No, I just heard like a weird sound. I was like, what is it?
Did it sound like this?
Yeah, actually, it did.
Okay, so
Glad we got that figured out.
some mystery solved. I'm a super sleuth. Anyway, I kind of miss the old school cam setups on like push rod cams on the old V8s and stuff with roller, roller versus flat tap it, and just one cam controlled everything, one cam swap, done. Whereas like the VQs, man, and they're all electronic cam setup, it's crazy. You can't mess with any of that. I mean, electronically you can, but it's just I kind of miss the old.
No, tuning has become
days.
like a completely different beast. Like I remember even my dad, I went over there and I was showing him how to tune my Corolla using the old Greddy eManage setup where you link it up to the computer and like do the maps. And he's like, back in the day, we would just turn the damn distributor cap and regap the plugs and put hotter gas in it, and you're off and running.
I got a good one here for you. This is
Shoot.
totally off topic of anything we've ever talked about, but I think it
Oh,
applies
I like
since
this.
he asked me. He said, Vinny W in chat says, Jay, how do you
Okay.
feel about Target letting men in the bathroom with your little girl? Because everyone in the country is suddenly
This
all of a
is
sudden.
like, yeah.
So like since men realized they had tallywhacker, they were like, and in caveman that means you use that bush, I use this bush, right? Because I don't
Yep.
want you looking at my junk, kind of thing.
Yep.
So I don't understand why, for thousands of years, we have recognized that we have different body parts and we like to keep things a little bit separated, okay? And I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly okay with that. What I hate now is the fact that we live in this whiny-ass culture where all of a sudden people were like, it's not fair that I can't go take a shit next to that lady over there in that bathroom, right? All of a sudden it's a problem in the world, and I don't understand
Yeah.
that.
No,
But
I
it-
do
but
agree
it's-
that it's way
but this-
overvoiced. Yeah.
But because okay, let's be honest here. It's really the drive of the equal rights millennials, right? Right now,
Yep.
and equal rights are a good thing, but the thing is, it gets a little bit convoluted and diluted on what's considered gender when the law would state, right, you are identified as the gender at which is on your birth certificate. Okay, so that's gender. And people later on in life want to identify as a different gender or become physically changed to a different gender. Okay, fine.
Right.
I get that. There's actually a person in my family who's gone through that. So I'm talking from firsthand experience here of having a close family relative who has had a gender change. Okay.
Yeah, I have transgender friends myself.
So I'm not just speaking as like someone that could be considered intolerant. I have a family member. So anyway, my problem here is where the person all of a sudden is like, I don't identify as a man, I identify as a woman. Which is, how then do you keep sexual predators out of giving them like full open door access to just roam into areas where they can prey?
You can't.
And same thing with child molesters, right? So because a man wants to identify as a woman, he should have the right to go into the women's bathroom and violate the privacy of, say, my 7-year-old daughter in there. Now to answer your question, I don't send my 7-year-old daughter to the public restroom by herself. We take her to the family restroom, wherever we can. And if she can't go in that restroom by herself, if she can't get into a family restroom, my wife goes in there with her. We don't send our small child into the restroom by themselves. We're at least smart enough to at least trying to mitigate the amount of liability or risk that's there. But all of a sudden now that this country, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's this stupid millennial ideology.
I think it has more to do with the media giving such a big voice to minority groups that they're getting traction, so they keep pushing and pushing and pushing to see how far they can take it.
I don't blame the media because they're doing what's getting views. What I blame are the idiots that get behind these concepts of, yeah, we should get to use any bathroom we want. Tear down the signs that say man. It's like this is like 2016 hippies, right?
Yeah, and they're already doing it here in Washington. Like, if you go to Seattle and go into the buildings, they already got like little hangers over the signs or new signs that say that it's either or.
Yeah, so I don't understand how all of a sudden this is a problem. How all of a sudden 2016 years after, or BC, right? And they've had men's and women's shitholes in the ground long before that. How suddenly now it's a problem, and it's discriminating to be like, you got a dick, you go in there, you don't, you go in there. Let's do the best we can
view it a little bit differently. So I view it a little bit differently than you do, and that is, I really don't care where people piss and shit, honestly. If I could go into a woman's restroom and the line's shorter, I'd be like, yeah, sure. I don't care personally, but I also don't feel that it's okay to take the rights away from one group to give them to another group that's even in the minority, and that's exactly what this is. It's about doing what's right for the majority.
Someone's rights don't trump another's rights.
Yeah, and if you can give a group rights without violating the rights of another group, and rights and beliefs are two different things. This is definitely a right. You have a right to use the bathroom with your own gender because it's been around forever. Those bathrooms are built and equipped for people that have penises versus having vaginas. I mean, you go into the girls' bathroom, they have tampon dispensers and more stalls. You go into the men's bathroom, they have urinals and condom dispensers for God knows what reason, because I don't think we're supposed to be having sex in public restrooms. I'm pretty sure that's the smart thing to do. I guess it depends on where you're at. But my view on it is, I don't care. I think a business should have the right to put up a sign that says whether it's a unisex bathroom or it's male and female. What I disagree with, I like everybody's over there, triggered. Yeah, no, this is a hot topic, but it's one of those ones where I actually believe, I have a firm belief here, and that is, the business itself should decide what they want to support for that business, because it's their bathroom. And if they post it as unisex, and going into that bathroom that there are going to be men coming into that bathroom if you're a woman, and there are women coming in and you're men, and that, and you have
the right to hold it.
That's you have the right to go somewhere else, take your business somewhere else. Me personally, I'm going to go in there and just do it. I'm going to be like, all right, I don't care. But I'm just talking about the rights of the majority here. Yeah. And that is, if a business wants to keep them separated, because that's what their customer base likes in the majority, people have the right to not give them their business or go somewhere else. That should be how this plays out. It should not be a law, because as soon as it becomes a law, now you have every single one of these bathrooms being converted over to unisex. You still have two bathrooms, one that's built out for men and one that's built out for females, and they can pick and choose which one they want to go to and mingle everything together. And just like Jay said, and I have a child myself, so this is a concern for mine, although I have a boy, which arguably plays out a little bit of a different circumstance here. I would say that just from a sexual abuse standpoint, women are more targets than men.
Well, you probably have a bigger thing to worry about with Xander being in a boys' restroom than
Correct.
my daughter being in a girls'
I do,
restroom.
just even without any rights, Pastor. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right. And I always accompany him when we do stuff like that. We go to a public restroom because there are some weirdos out there. But the problem is, if you let men walk into the women's bathroom because they identify as a woman, there is no way to tell if they're genuine in feeling that way or if they're abusing the system, which means you've just stripped the authority from police to remove potential sexual predators from that atmosphere.
Now
And that's dangerous.
I've had a comment highlighted here since you started your point of view here that I wanted to respond to, and you kind of just hit on it here at the end. Dave the Nub says, a sign on the door to a bathroom is going to stop a person willing to commit a felony? No, it's not. That's almost like you just tried to use the gun argument against me. But what it does is it makes it that much easier, like you just said, to, if
a police officer can remove a man from a female's restroom right now. If he walks in there and the women are
if you see a guy just kind of loitering outside the doors and you see him and all of a sudden like no one's looking and you see him just kind of like real quickly run into the women's restroom, that's cause for alarm right now, right? And no one's going to be up to any good. But you make it you make that so where it's just the norm, then it makes it harder to identify what could be a potentially dangerous situation.
Yeah, and Mark Chapman.
Now, people want to say I'm super right or conservative in that way of thought. Not at all. I don't think this is a conservative liberal thing. I think people throw those terms around without even actually knowing what they mean. But what I'm saying is that I'm very traditional. I'm very old school, and I'm very classic in the sense that I agree with men's restroom and women's restroom, and keeping at least that where you got your junk exposed separate.
Yeah, unfortunately, Jay and I get to see just how many sick people are in the world on a daily basis. Yeah. And you start to understand really quick that where you might be helping some people have some rights and feel like they have equal rights with the gender that they're identifying with, you're also opening a huge door for predators that could otherwise be stopped by the police or would otherwise be shamed into leaving that atmosphere. Because think about this. Right now, if a man marches into a female's room, the girls scream. The girls scream like, "What are you doing in here?" Somebody's going to come in there and help. The police are going to be called. This would take all that away. There would be no legal reason for a police officer to remove anybody from the bathroom unless they could prove that they were doing something. Not even hearsay. It would have to be proved. And that's a whole different can of worms. Now somebody mentioned, hold on, Mark Chapman mentioned, he said single room bathrooms, no more cubicles, no more urinals, just that's problem solved. The problem with that is large occupancy places like theaters and stuff like that. You can't just have a single bathroom where people are rotating in and out. The line would be a mile long. It's not practical. You do have to have a large bathroom available.
Yeah.
But my argument here is I think that they should have a family bathroom. Right, a lot of places do this. Actually, they have a family bathroom. Right,
Target does, and that was my answer to the Target question.
Yeah, so you have the family bathroom.
Disneyland does it.
Yeah, you have the boys and the girls' bathroom. Now, if a business decides that they want to be, gender inclusive for people that are identifying with different genders, then make it a unisex bathroom. Don't even make it a gender thing. Like, oh, you have to just open it up. Say this is a unisex bathroom. There will be men and women in here, and then people that are comfortable with that can choose that and make their decision. I don't think it should be law.
But as long as there's that bathroom that has a male sign on it or a female sign, whether there's a unisex bathroom or not, they're going to get mad.
No, and it's not. If it has that sign on it and it's marked as a male bathroom.
No, what I'm saying is, let's say you had all three. Let's say you had a male and a female and then a unisex for those that don't care. As long as those other bathrooms exist with the other signs on them, the people that would use the unisex are still going to bitch and complain about the other doors. That's all I'm saying.
No, they would. And that's the thing is too, is I'm starting, this is the thing I don't understand is it really a rights issue or is it just
I think this is a personal beliefs issue. I
think that's what it is. That's a personal beliefs issue because the thing is even if you identify as a female and you're pre-op and you don't want to get it removed, you don't want to go through a sex change and you still have your penis, the men's bathroom is equipped for people with penises, period.
You want to know what the reality here is? Everyone's talking about rights. You have no right to use that they're gonna call them public restrooms, but you have no right to use that privately owned restroom inside of this restaurant.
That's true. I've seen signs before say you can't use the restroom without purchase, or you can't use the restroom, unless you're a customer.
So people want to start throwing around the word right, but you have no right to that restroom. It's a privilege being offered by the establishment. Anyway,
and I've boycotted a bathroom before. Like I've gone to a bathroom where it was like so disgustingly nasty. I was like, I will never use this bathroom. So it is a choice.
So Joseph Rose says something here that triggered me. It triggered a story I want to tell her quick before we
Triggered.
leave it a little bit.
Triggered everywhere.
And you know what? Real quick, I just want to say, if you don't agree with me, that's fine. I'm not going to try and convince you to agree with me. I'm not that kind of debater. But I'm not going to change my point of view because you don't agree with me. So if you think that that's even likely a possibility, just forget that now. Anyway,
Yeah.
Joseph Rose says, what about people who are female, but obviously look extremely male, or been on hormones, etc., have a beard and stuff like that, but still has female genitals? This person would need to use the women's restroom by law. Because you're going by, yeah, they would have to use the women's restroom.
Correct.
So you sound like you're describing somebody who's preparing for a sex change, because that's kind of the direction it went here. This was actually it was
Yeah,
a
they're
male
doing
female.
hormone
But anyway,
therapy and growing facial hair and stuff. Yeah.
I only thought about the story where Little Jay once oh man, we were at I think we were at a restaurant or something like that, and the host sat us down, and I obviously knew it was a female, right? But the person was was fairly butch, I guess would be the best way to put it. Very masculine, and I remember Little Jay looks at looks at her and goes, "Excuse me, sir, can I get some crayons, please?" And the look on the female's face was just kind of like, yeah, and then like walks away. But you could tell that this person was very masculine, but not like gay or wanted to be masculine. It's just unfortunate luck of the draw when it came to the genes. And I felt so like freaking appalled as a parent, because if you're a parent, your kids at some point have said something that have embarrassed the living shit out of you. And
No,
that's
it's actually, it happened to me, dude. I bleached my hair once blonde, and let it get like kind of long and curly, and I got an earring, and I actually had like two people that looked at me from the side call me ma'am, and I was like, so I totally understand what that feels like. I really do. But the one thing I want to make perfectly clear here is that I think just all lesbian, bisexual, gay, transgender, all those rights. I am all for rights. I'm all for equal rights. I'm all for you doing it, but I am not okay with taking the rights away from a majority group to service a minority group. Everybody needs to be included in this. And by saying, oh, I'm going to allow them to go into the women's bathroom, that's including everybody because they can still go in there, and the transgender people can go in there. No, that's not quite right. The transgender folk can still go into their assigned bathroom and do their business. This is a matter of them wanting to be somewhere else, but if it makes the majority of people uncomfortable, then it's not right.
Yeah.
So if you want to be able to go into the women's bathroom, I think instead of fighting to go into the women's or go into the men's bathroom when you're the opposite gender, you should be fighting for unisex bathrooms. And then if Jay doesn't want to go there or I don't want to go there, we don't have to. It's a choice. The business can decide what's best.
Jerry, I feel like I'm in the minority in the sense that I can see someone doing something I don't like or agree with and just keep my trap shut and mind my own business. And nobody and just move on. Be like, oh, that guy over there is doing something that I think is totally disgusting, but it's not my place to say, so I just keep my mouth shut, and if it's not affecting me, I move on. I'm not that, oh, look what that guy's doing over there. Do you see what this guy's a big phony. You know what I mean? I don't do this guy's a big, huge phony. Yep. I don't do that shit. I just kind of go, okay, well, I've got my own, it's not my business, and it doesn't affect me, and I don't care. So I wish more people were capable of doing that. The problem is people want to get offended and be like, that guy's doing something that I wouldn't do, and I don't like that, so I'm going to make him stop.
And the truth is, when I was at Disneyland, a woman did come into the men's bathroom, and it didn't faze me at all, because she was coming in there with her kid.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's cool. She wants her boy to be able to use the boys' restroom. She has a kid, so I don't perceive her as a threat.
It's like she comes in, if you don't want me to see it, put it away.
Yeah, but if like four girls run in and start watching me like while I'm using the urinal uncomfortably, I'm gonna be like,
one time I did accidentally go into the girls' restroom one time, and I'm really sad to report that they weren't having like they weren't wearing bikinis and bras and having pillow fights.
I did hear though that they have couches in there and nice music, and it's like we're really drawing the short straw. Maybe that's what it comes down to. They just want a cleaner, better bathroom.
You want to talk about gender classification though, or just sexism as a whole? Have you noticed, Jerry, that there are in just about every woman's restroom there's a baby changing table, but not in every men's?
No, I have noticed that, but I do see more in men's though these days. Like
these days, yes, these days, yes. With Mini J now, it's not a problem. But when Little J was a baby, in Disneyland was a huge problem where the men's restroom did not have changing tables. And I'm sorry, I'm not putting my kid down on the floor or on the counter in the men's room.
I wouldn't either. No way.
But anyway, the wife used to be like, hey, I got to do this quick. Can you take the baby into the bathroom and change her? I would go in there and come right back out. No changing table. And she's like, oh, okay, fine. She'd go into the women's room. She'd come out. I was like, is there one in there? She's like, yeah, there were two. And it's like, oh, Jesus, But
yeah.
I kept looking at that going, do people really think that men don't get involved with their babies or what? This was like a common thing. But anyway, okay, so we'll get off this subject here. Jeff Kelzer says, I used to own an 86 Starion, the funnest car I've ever owned. It's an i4 2.6 turbocharged beast. The only thing to watch on those engines is the heads are known to crack. Yeah, but I let's be honest, I very unlikely would keep it stock, like even stock heads.
They are a really cool looking car, though.
They can be, yeah. Corey Dooner says, hey, I just wanted to say I love you guys, and I want to thank you for helping me choose my components to my computer. I have to build it,
even though Jay did it.
and it's not water-cooled. Real Lunacy, hey, he's been a long-time follower, says, keep up the great work, guys. $50. Wow. You know how much of that I'm going to give Jerry?
None.
That's not true. I'm going to give you moral support.
You're gonna give me moral support?
I
pay Jay a moral support fee, and it just happens to be my 50% of the donation.
It's a subscription.
It's protection money. Let's see. David Carlin said, "Will you ever come to Sweden to attend DreamHack, the world's biggest LAN party?" Well, I'm actually finally getting a passport, so that's entirely possible if I find the right company to sell out to get me there. That's what I have to do.
I had a final thought on the bathroom thing. I forgot to say. Sorry to bring it back up.
Well, you're thinking about it. Matthew Gold said, "Hey, Jerry picks with the bleached hair." No.
I want to see that. Can I see it?
Will never ever. If I've run across them, I don't know where they're at. They're in my archive somewhere. But no, I literally got my hair bleached and got an earring in a weekend. And when I came to work on Monday, my boss couldn't even look me in the eye. I'm not even joking. Like, he could not look me in the eye, and it was the most uncomfortable week of my life.
Oh man. Okay, so the one thing I forgot to say is I don't think the bathroom thing is going to turn out to be an issue in the end, because you know what it's just going to end up being, right?
What's
Nothing
that?
but men in both restrooms, not a single woman to be found. So
that's true.
The women are just going to be like, I'll hold it. Anyway, that's it. That's all I had to say. I'm done now.
I just think the decision should be, it should not be law. That's my only thing, is I don't think it should be law. I think the current law should be enforced for the things that are already there, but it's like add bathrooms or change your bathrooms, but it needs to be posted publicly what that bathroom is used for, and the people going into that bathroom should have confidence that that's what's being enforced. That's all I'm saying. Because I'm all for everybody getting what they want, if they can. If everybody can get what they want, rock on. But again, do not take a right from somebody, or do not take a privilege from somebody and give it to another person. That just doesn't bode well with me.
Sorry, that's the society we're in today.
And that's the thing that really makes me mad, is a lot of people can't speak up because they get attacked, right? It's like, if you speak out against Obama, you're racist. If you speak out against somebody who happens to be transgender but committed a crime, it's a transgender hate issue.
If you speak out against Hillary, you're sexist.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing that's really pissing me off in this day and age, is
I hate her as much as I hate all women. No, I'm just kidding.
There's enough voice. Those people have
joke,
enough of
guys.
a voice. Now you're doomed. No, but there's enough of a voice with the internet and the way that things work. The smaller groups, and I'm all for small groups having a voice, but the problem is everybody else feels an inability to speak up. Nobody can really speak what's truly on their mind. And how can you have a democracy when everybody is afraid to speak up in the majority? Then the minority issues all take over because everybody's afraid to speak up in the majority. And that becomes a big, big issue. And I really hope that in my lifetime that doesn't completely go down the crapper where you seriously can't say anything anywhere without getting attacked by some giant group. That would be nice. But I am a person to love. I love people. I love that people can be different. They can be anything that they want to be. I love the fact that I can actually be fat, and even though people judge me for it every day, I can remain fat. I don't go to jail for being fat. I don't get, I can still go to McDonald's and actually eat a burger, and they're not like, go away, you're too fat, you don't get a burger. I do like the fact that we have those kind of rights, but at the same time, I'm starting to feel like all that shit's going to go away at some point.
I like that message. Keep it going.
No, I can see your animations already.
I'm already done with that.
Oh, are you? What are you doing?
Keep it going. You have a very inspirational message.
You cocksucker! You're playing music, aren't you?
No.
Just admit to it. You're playing music or sound effects.
I'm not playing music that's inappropriate.
Oh my god! But you are playing music.
Maybe.
Is it sitting on my soapbox music, you asshole?
No, it's not. It was inspirational music. You totally ruined it.
It was din 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 din.
No, listen back. Listen back. Jesus.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna hit it. Hold on.
I was trying to actually give you a soundtrack, and you ruined it. You totally ruined it.
Dude, that's like the theme song from like a Disney film. Like,
It's not.
oh my god. Jay, why do you have to ruin everything? Why do you got to ruin everything? I was trying to send a really positive message about how people should still have a voice, and you ruined it with happy music.
The music is now perfect. Sorry, guys, you just have to deal with it. This is how we
Oh
end
my
the show.
gosh.
We like
This
to get
is-
a little case of the Philly.
So here, let's get a couple more Ask Tech Talks. This has been a very interesting Ask Tech Talk. Let's see. Question for both of you. How valid do you think the tests are showing Polaris at 980 Ti performance for $300?
You see the comments?
What do you think about that? Huh? What are the comments going over here? I'm glad I didn't get jailed for being fat. What? No. What?
You got to turn up. You got to turn up your volume.
Okay, hold on. Turn up my volume. Dude, that's like fat people music.
Oh, you can't see that.
I can't
Totally
see
can't
it.
see that.
Oh, what did you do? What did you do, Jay?
I'm just giving us a soundtrack.
You're just.
Hey, have it. Okay, I know you
It's
probably
like
haven't.
Peter from Family Guy, right?
I don't know how many of my videos you've seen over the last week, but something clicked in my head and I went, I don't give a fuck anymore. This is gonna be fun. And I'm
don't
having
give a
fun
fuck
now.
anymore.
The internet got really fun when you turn off your fuck switch.
Yeah,
No,
no,
they give
actually,
a
that's
fuck
something
switch. You don't wanna turn off
I
your
really
fuck
need to
switch.
work on doing. I really need to work on doing that because I do honestly give way too many fucks, and I even read a thing that was like, why you should be sparing in the fucks you give. I need to go find that article and like tweet it out again. Because the thing is I believe that the majority of people are good, but here's the problem is when people band together in groups and they just want to feel included and they want to feel powerful, a lot of them go against their own personal beliefs just to become a part of the bigger message that's getting traction. And that bugs me. And that means, God damn it, you're doing it again. Fuck you, Jay. Fuck you. I hate you.
Listen to the music before you catch
You're a horrible person. You're just ruining my message here. All right, hold on, I'm listening. Wait, why am I not hearing anything? Oh, it stopped playing. Hold on.
Oh, this is fun.
Oh, now it's like all dark. You're such a dick, dude. That's actually kind of fun. You know what we should do? We should find a non-biased sound engineer guy.
Just
bring him into the
neither
call.
one of us can hear it.
Neither one of us can hear it, and his job is just to put music and sound effects over the top of the entire show, and then we don't see it until we watch it back. That would be genius. Do you guys think that's a good idea at Tech Talk where somebody else handles all the music and all the sound effects for us? That would be pretty
Look
funny.
at the
I think.
comments. People love it. People
I know.
love
Oh my
it.
god, the music. Yeah. Fuck you, Jay. Jay's an ass.
I'm playing porn music now.
Dude, honestly though, I mean,
Not
seriously,
like
don't
not
you
like
wish that?
not like
Do you
raunchy
feel-
porn.
Can
Not
I
like
ask- can I ask you
raunchy
a
porn.
question?
Yes, but let me finish my thought.
Okay.
Not like raunchy porn. This is like soft course, like late night stars.
Cinemax porn.
Yeah.
No, I have to ask, Jay, do you feel like, and I feel like I already know the answer to this, but I want to hear it from you. Do you feel like YouTube has made you a more jaded person just in general? Like, do you feel like it's made you lose some faith in humanity as a whole?
No, I was a misanthrope before I started YouTube.
That's true. You've kind of always been a dickhole. but like, I don't know. I feel like YouTube has kind of like messed me up a little bit. I feel like when I came into this, I was like a way more trusting person and thought that people overall were good. And it's like, I've just been exposed to so much garbage that I don't know, it's kind of made me a little bit jaded. And I kind of feel like the answer is like to turn off that fuck switch and try to just focus back on what I want to do and things and not be so worried about offending people or getting attacked by people or making people mad. That's not what I ever wanted to do, but people are going to get mad no matter what, right?
Oh yeah.
So you might as well just stay true to yourself and, shit happens. What the hell is this? Oh, somebody sent me a link to zerofuckscoin.com. Oh, I need these. Dude, zerofuckscoin.com. Sponsored tonight by zerofuckscoin.com. It's literally a coin that says I give 0 fucks on it. I need that.
I love that you can't see me.
Wait, no, I saw you doing stuff. You're like, oh my god. Well, we got 2 more minutes. Let's go ahead and take.
We got as long as I feel like going, and if you got to go, then peace out.
Jay's like, man, I'm feeling sprightly tonight. Let's see here. Wait, why are the questions out of order now? They were just in order. Let's see here. Luke Play says, would you move to Canada to own a 1999 Nissan Skyline R34J?
No, I would just make friends with the Canadian.
Just make friends with the Canadian. I wouldn't move for a car. I wouldn't move to a different country for a car. I think we should just be able to own the R34 here, which I believe we will be able to in like, isn't it like 2 more years? It's like 2 more years.
25 years.
So from 1999, so, oh shit, we got a ways to go. Never mind. The R32 you can have though, right?
No,
It's
I'm
not
not gonna do any. You don't get to tell me what to do. Fuck you, motherfucker.
So, Nightwolf said, Jay, why not run Nizzy Top Fuel?
That sounds stupid.
That car is not.
What does that mean?
built for
Run like alcohol? Freaking alcohol?
Yeah, like basically like
No.
180 octane Sunoco race fuel or something. Let's see. Yeah. Why aren't you running nitromethane in that thing, dude? That'd be tits.
Because California.
Because California ruins everything. You can't even put a turbo on your car. Every time I hear my blow-off valve, I like get a little happy because it's like one of the few things I have that Jay doesn't. I'm like, I'm like, oh, Jay will never hear that sound. What?
Right about the time you're talking about how I'll never have a blow-off valve, you're making your rev and your blow-off sound as I played a sad trombone. It's like,
let's see. Griffin asks, hey, have I tried my chair with the butt kicker brackets on yet? No, I still have to get all the wiring supplies early next week. I gotta go to a place called Vetco Electronics and pick up all the wiring, all the relays, all the connectors, and I will get that wired up. But I'm excited to try that because that's gonna be 500 watts of bass shaking power. And it's like, if you guys ever watched the video I did on the butt kicker gamer, just the little one that was on my chair, I think that was only like a 50 or an 80 watt transducer. Oh my god, and I'm gonna have 5 that are pushing 100 watts each that can handle 250. Oh my god, dude, it's gonna rip my house apart. Let's see here, what else we got here. Have you seen AMD's stock price lately? No, Jay, can you pull up AMD's stock price and see what we're dealing with today? Did they finally rebound? What? Oh shit! Wait, $3.61. Hold on.
The timing of that question. Jay, can you pull up AMD stock price and see what it is? Right when I hit play on a fart, so it was a. No, actually,
See,
it seems like it's doing pretty good.
Oh,
Remember when it was at like 90 something, or was that a buck when it got to its lowest? Now it's like.
Well, let's see. Yeah, on if 422. Yeah, here, let's do the year. So for the year, oh shit! Yeah, no, it went from 276 in like one day up to 399. Like just earlier this month. Wow. So did they announce something like absolutely amazing?
No, people are just anticipating Zen and Polaris right now. Polaris is the new graphics card code name, and then Zen. Obviously, everyone's been waiting for Zen.
I still wouldn't buy. I wouldn't buy in right now. Like no matter what. If you bought AMD stock or had AMD stock before, I would sell the shit out of that right now. Because you know they're going to release it and it's just not going to be that great, or the drivers are going to suck. That's like, I know I'm being pessimistic here, but that's kind of what I feel like is going to happen. I like that. So, okay, Mark Chapman made a good point. He said 20% of the people cause 80% of the fucks. Those percentages always ring true, and it's actually true.
I actually feel like 20% is 100%.
Yeah. No, that's completely true. It just sucks. I don't think that one group should be able to discriminate against another group because they don't want to be discriminated. Like, what is it? Reverse discrimination? I guess is what you would classify this under.
Preach it, brother.
Music again. See, the music. Knowing the music's there breaks my stride. You're breaking my stride, Jay.
Fine, I won't play any music.
No, I was just saying I don't think reverse discrimination is a cool thing. I don't think you should right one right with another wrong. It's like, come on, we need to figure shit out that works for everybody. That's why I liked my idea. I'm like, god damn it, Jay. All right. Really, Jay? Really? I'm gonna have to watch this whole video back now because I'm gonna be wondering why everybody's taking me out of context.
Just the last 30 minutes or so. I'm curious what the comments are going to say right now.
David Clerlund says, would you move to a stable 1 to 2 gigabyte fiber network in the $50 range a month? Are you shitting me? Like, I pay I pay 4 times that right now for like 1/20th of that. What?
Nothing, not a damn thing.
Jay, you're ruining it.
Not a damn. I don't know anything.
Jay, you're making me.
But look at the comments though. See, the comments tell me I'm doing it right.
Here, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna stand behind this Ubiquity router here for the remainder of the show. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna hide out behind this. I think this is legit. All right, so say hi to my the Ubiquity router guys. What do you think?
Wait, did they pay for that? Did they pay for that?
No, this was given to me by Volair Media. They had one laying around. They're like, give it a try. And I have a dead spot in my house, and everybody swears by these. Like everybody I've talked to says Ubiquity stuff is like amazing. So
I'm gonna have to build up my library.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to too for when I start hosting shows again.
I know, right? Hey, we only lost like 50 viewers when I started being chilly.
No, people, dude.
I feel bad.
That's how we clear the assholes out, though. Like that's
what I was just gonna say. I feel bad for anyone that goes through life going, everyone must be serious. You must take everything 100% serious. No goofing around. No smiling. Smiling's bad for your health. Smiling wastes time. We don't want to have fun. We want to get to business. Do the business. That face you're making. I'm serious.
I do that
I feel bad for people
all the time. I make funny faces at her, and she gets really weird about it, and she can't make eye contact. I'll be like,
ask Coconut Monkey. I can't go 30 seconds without being like cracking a joke of some sort. I'm just too happy and trying to be fun. When I'm mad, I'm like really mad, but still. The noob says Barn is a far ass. I think he doesn't know how to spell fat. But I know how to spell block. Block is spelled F-U-C-K-Y-O-U.
Oh, you know what? I just remembered that I'm actually I'm an admin on your channel.
Yeah. So
I can do things to this guy. Hey, it made somebody cry. Their laughings are. Let's see here. You know what? I shall let him live.
You know what?
I have the power to let him live.
So my videos moving forward are going to have a lot more of the humor in them that I had back when I started my channel, right?
You need to do the same thing.
Professionalism doesn't have to mean lack of humor. You can be professionally funny, right? But you know, even if I take, say, a subscriber hit or a drop to all those people that are like, peace out, I'm out of here, this got stupid, I would love it if that meant that at the end of the day, I'm left with only people that have a sense of humor. That's what's
funny, and I've told you this before. Every controversial thing I've ever done on my channel that's actually led to a high dislike video, I've seen a subscriber drop followed by an even bigger increase in subscribers that come in, and those people are more aligned and in tune with what I produce. That's why I always recommend to people that they should never change, because the people that are angry are the loudest, right? People that enjoy your content just sit by, relax, and enjoy what you're doing. It's the people that are mad about what you're doing that want to be vocal and try to change you. So if you do change, then all you're doing is attracting an audience that just isn't really who you want and isn't compatible with anyways.
How much of that is just like them projecting their own anger onto whatever it is they're watching?
I get a lot of emails from people after I ban them. Like, surprisingly, I didn't think this would ever happen, where they're like, you banned me, I'm sorry, I was just having a really bad day, or, you know, oh, I just got fired last week and you said something that struck a nerve, or, oh, I wish I had half what you did and I was just jealous, I'm sorry, can you please unban me? I didn't expect that. Like, I'd never expect somebody who was mean to me 1 second to be like, I'm going to change my mind and try to go back. And unfortunately, there's too much volume of it for me to go and unban everybody. And I made that clear. But at the same time, it's like, it's really weird that people, when they get angry, they go online and just attack people, even the people that they enjoy, all because of like a minor disagreement. Like when I did the AR, the biggest one that I think I ever did in my whole YouTube career was when I 3D printed the AR-15 lower, right? I lost more subscribers from the UK than like I ever have from a single video.
And your Russian subscribers went through the roof.
They went through the roof. No, that's the funny thing is, no, I'm not even joking. Like, I'm not saying Russian, but just in whole, I got back way more subscribers on that video. Like, I was net positive on that video, like 20,000 subscribers over the life of it. And when it started, it was just going into the hole, and everybody's like sending me emails saying, oh, you're irresponsible, you're perpetuating that people can create their own guns, and this isn't good, this shouldn't be public knowledge, you shouldn't be able to do this. And it was all people from the UK. But then what I realized is I started to think, man, are everybody in the UK so anti-gun? And then I realized, no, they're not. There's a lot of anti-gun people over there, but they're just the most vocal. There's a ton of people in the UK that actually love the way that we're structured over here, and they absolutely love going out and target shooting and doing things like that. So that's what I do is I try to find the group of people that aligns with what I'm doing instead of changing who I am for them, because that will always end poorly. So in other words, don't create a character unless you want to. God damn it!
Look at it! Look at it!
Oh no, I see your face.
I'm interacting with you. I could sit here in front of the camera for 2 hours just making silly faces and be.
We honestly, you know what we should do for like next April Fools or something like that? We should do a show where we don't say anything. We just do an hour of just making faces. Like, you remember? Oh God, this is a great story. So you remember when I came down to your place for the first time, right, Jay?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when we just got?
I don't know. That was like 2 years ago. I don't know if
is that live stream out there still somewhere? Did that ever get cached, or was that just like lost forever?
That was lost on Twitch's, save it within 4 days. Yep. It's gone.
Oh my God! I wish that I could go back and watch that, because Jay and I basically just got, I wouldn't say like ripped drunk, but we were
not like when I was up at your.
No. We got to that toasty point where it's like everything's. Oh my God, that was a horrible face. I saw myself. No, but we got toasty, and we were just doing the weirdest shit. Remember, we were turning on all the morph effects on the cameras, and the audience, like the live viewership, went through the roof for back then. I mean, it was like 300 viewers, but that was back when we were both like
when we had like 50.
Yeah, and we literally did that for hours and hours and hours.
4 hours. It was a 4-hour stream.
Stupid shit. Yeah, it was amazing, and I would love to recapture that at some point.
We'll get your ass down here.
I will as soon as you buy me a plane ticket, you goddamn scrub.
I've even offered to do it because I can write it off.
I just write up. No, I don't want a plane ticket. I want a train ticket because I don't want to travel like rich people. I want to travel like.
No. I can't afford the train with the pool and the freaking Lido deck and
the hot tub, Lido deck. No, I'm seriously gonna check. Like, how much does it cost? We're let's see here. So California.
Oh, Jerry's actually looking this up right now.
California. Yeah, why not? Right, train ticket.
Geez, really? I don't want.
Amtrak. Here we go. Let's see here. Okay, so from Seattle, okay, King Street Station to where would I, like, you know any train stations down there?
San Bernardino.
There it is.
Pack your bulletproof vest.
All right. I show up in a body bag. Oops. Sorry, man.
In a wood crate.
Let's see. One adult. One. Let's see. Ooh, I get a discount if I have an AARP card. Okay, here, find trains. Here we go.
AARP sent me a thing. I'm like, how old do they think I am?
So, do they do round trippers or just one way?
It's one way.
Okay, so one way, coach seat, $182.
You can fly for the same price if you book ahead enough.
No, you're right. You're totally right. That's not worth it. How much is it? How do you get a room, man? I want a room.
Okay, then it's like $800.
What's a throughway seat? There's a coach seat and a throughway seat. Oh, that's a bus. Never mind. Some of these are buses. Some of them are trains.
Take the bus. Just take the bus.
I'm flying. No, I will never, dude. I've got horror stories of me riding on the bus. Like, never again. I literally had a guy that weighed twice as much as me. Like when I was about 14, 15 years old, I had to go to an alternative school that was like 45 minutes away from my house. And my grandpa was sick one day, and he usually drives me. So I took the bus, and I had a guy that was like neo-Nazi swastika tattoo, weighed probably about 400 pounds, completely shaven, eyebrows shaven. And he leaned over and gave me a bear hug and then picked me up off the seat and stuck me in his lap. And I screamed, and he tried to cover my mouth. And the driver, no, this is scary. I was shitting down my leg. The driver pulls the bus over and says, "You let go of him now." And he sets me down next to him, and he's like, "You fucking narc, I'm going to get you." And I was like, fuck this, man. I was like, I got to school, got off the train, and I refused to go home. My parents were pissed because they had to come pick me up.
You mean the bus? You said the train.
Or sorry. I didn't get on the bus, so my parents had to drive 45 minutes to pick me up from school.
Okay.
They're pissed at me, but I was like, I am not getting back on the bus with that guy. That guy was seriously like.
If you want to ride the train so bad, you fly your happy ass down here. We'll get on the Metrolink and we'll take it to the beach. It's like a hour train ride.
So I can still get my train fixed, but just not like 24.
You can sit there with your face against the window and be like, choo choo, choo choo, as you're going by. Okay. I got two more comments to read here. Adam X2K10 says, or Atomics 2K10. Hey Jay, you have inspired me to do a custom loop. Damn it. And was wondering if you would go over the PC part picker with me. I can be waiting in your garage tomorrow around 2. Just kidding. If you guys don't know that story, you'd have to go back on my Twitter a little ways.
Everybody's like, "Are you serious? Jesus Christ!" Like that story? No, that really happened, and it was the route from Belfair, Washington, to Shelton, Washington. So that should give you, if you live in Washington, you know that's an indication of the type of people you're going to encounter on the bus. And it scared the shit out of me. Like I was, and it's funny because the bus driver's just like, "Put that kid down," like it's shit he does every day. I swear, the bus driver's like, "You put that kid."
At least he didn't refer to him by first name. Bob, you put him down. What did I tell you last time?
Keep your fingers to yourself, Bob.
Don't put your fingers in his butt. Don't put your fingers in his butt. I said don't put your finger in his butt.
And you have to realize that was a 45-minute ride, and this all happened within like the first 10 minutes. So I was literally like the whole last 30 minutes sitting there scared shitless for my life that this guy was gonna like kill me. Like I was like, oh, I don't.
He just thought you were a marshmallow.
Yeah. So I was like, nope, that ain't ever happening again. And then the only other time I rode the bus was when I went to, was it Emerald City Comic Con last year? No, it was PAX. When I went to PAX last year, I rode the bus with my friend Greg, who rode the bus every day, and then I realized the bus that goes from Bellevue to Seattle is actually pretty chill. Like that wasn't that scary, but still, like I didn't even want to get on that bus. I was worried about it the whole time. I was like, I'm only getting on this bus because I got Greg with me, and like Greg knows how to stab somebody if he has to.
He can be a goiter stabber. All right. Super Ohio brother says, lost it with the Hershey squirt farts. Love you guys, Jay. Thank you for your tips on pewters. Jerry, we're so glad to see you feeling better. Take it easy, guys.
I do. Finding that mold was a big deal. Like turning that AC on, that's why I'm confident that's where my last 2 respiratory infections came from. Literally 24 hours after kicking that air conditioner out of the window, I already feel a lot better. Not 100%, but I'm getting there.
People cracking up. Don't put your finger in his butt. Don't put your finger. I said don't put your finger in his butt.
Get your finger out of his butt. I'm not telling you again.
All right. Ew. All right. Time to go.
Yep.
Since you fucked up the intro, you got to do the outro. And go.
This is the outro to TechTalk number 109. Samsung washing machines. Q-kapow. Yeah.
You can't say pal.
Oh, I can't say kapow?
There's royalties on
offended. I just offended a group. We're in trouble now.
Don't put your fingers in his butt.
Don't put your fingers in the...
Get your finger out his butt. I'm not going to tell you again.
Hashtag you get your thumb out of his ass, Billy.